Right then, episode 9, Dad's Behaving Madly. Blimey, what? Episode 8 that was.
Awesome, wasn't it?
I had spine tingling with that music. Did you heard it outside, didn't you?
Yeah, it sounded decent, man.
So, yeah, that was just, I was blown away by that.
And he's so honest when he...
Yeah.
I think that's what it needs, not just us four talking all the time.
Yeah.
Other people, like Nils opening up like that, it might trigger some more people to think, actually, that I can relate to that.
That's why I want different guests on, and like good friends as well that I've known like bloody years and stuff, like Nils, like early on. I've known Chris a good few years now.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Nice to meet you,
I
Gav.
know you.
Never met you before, man.
You have, that's Jurgen Klopp.
I'm a person that you would avoid on the street. Oh, not him again.
I always cross off when I see you.
Yeah, I thought so, mate. I thought so.
So yeah, episode 9, we're going to talk about more about men's mental health and all, especially with the seasons changing. It's getting darker mornings, darker nights. You're going to work when it's dark. You're getting home when it's dark. Struggling with the seasons. Everywhere you look, it's like dark, grey, gloomy.
Christmas adverts and the
Christmas adverts, yeah.
And
the pressures of worrying about what the kids are going to want for Christmas.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that because Santa's real, isn't he?
Yeah.
Was
it not?
You've done Santa once, didn't you? But yeah, so I wanted Chris on as well because I've admired some of the stories, what he's come through as well with his men's mental health and that, how he faces battles every day and overcomes them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You've been through a lot, haven't you?
Yeah.
Chris saw I've double checked. So I've admired him. I like his sense of humour. He don't give a shit.
He comes to our dad's events as well, don't he?
Yeah, I say he's a valuable member of the Dad's Behaving Madly community as well.
Yeah, you're all right, aren't you? I suppose. Small doses. Yeah, you're all right.
So Chris is not actually a dad, but he comes to Dad's Behaving Madly to improve his mental health, well-being, social. I can never say what social
connections,
isolation. Yeah. See, I always struggle with that. I don't know why.
Maybe Darren should say that next time.
Yeah, I'll say social and you say
isolation.
Hey,
you say social, you say isolation.
But yeah, so I wanted Chris on. I asked him, and thankfully he said yes. So I'm going to pass over to Chris if that's all right. Just a little story about you, how you come through where you started. So like you say with like the surfing, and how you progressed it with like your mental health, what you got qualified in as well.
Yeah.
I kind of knew you, didn't I, from there? It was surfing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was sort of. I've suffered from depression I'm 32, so 17, 18 years. Yeah. I was like in my teenagers when I was first diagnosed with it.
Right.
Like school and college were okay, not so okay. Yeah. Spent like a lot of time off worked very poorly. Yeah. Got stuck in sort of like a bad circle through not being poorly, which then affects my mental health, which then makes you even more poorly, which affects your mental health. So it's like a sort of bit of a bad circle. And then there's a local surf shop called Dexter's on the North Bay. I'd seen something on Facebook just randomly one day. They'd linked up with a charity or a group or an organisation, something like that, offering like 6 free surf sessions. Yeah. Like people who were unemployed. And I just looked at it and I thought, now, I'd never surfed in my life.
Nothing.
No, never surfed in my life. I weren't really interested in getting in the sea, but something's just thought, like, yeah, fuck it, we'll have a bit of that. Yeah. This is either kill me or cure me. Like, things couldn't really get any worse with where I was in life at that point. Like I said, I was just spending my days at home all day on my own. Some days I'd maybe get up for an hour and then go back to bed and sleep all day, get up and have some tea and go back to bed.
Vicious cycle, isn't it?
Yeah, it was horrible. So I saw these 6 free surf sessions advertised. I was like, yeah, we'll have a bit of that. Not to lose. Yeah. We'll give it a go. And it was actually all right. Like, it was all right, to be fair. I did really enjoy it. And it's like, funny story, the first time I ever went, because I weren't very well at all, the lesson was like right in front of the shop. It was first thing in the morning, an hour and a half long. And I was that tired afterwards, I couldn't even carry my surfboard back up the beach. I had to leave it for
you used to force everybody else to carry those.
Yeah, especially right down bottom end. I was that fucked. So I couldn't even, I physically couldn't carry it. I was like, it's going to have to, someone else has to deal with that. Went back and got changed, went home and just like slept all afternoon, like just through exhaustion. But like, I felt like mint from it. And then, so I went to rest at sessions and it was always like really good fun and that. Always felt really good afterwards. And then a few months down the line, I had a phone call. My phone started ringing. And it was a mobile number. And I don't normally answer mobile numbers, what I don't recognise.
It's always standard, isn't it? Don't know the number, leave a voicemail.
That's
That one moment you thought,
I'll
I
answer
need to
this.
answer this one.
Yeah. I don't even know why I answered it, but I just did. And it was like, oh, hey up, Chris, it's Steve from Dexter's. Are you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. Like, what do you want? You know, why are you ringing me? Like,
I'll come and get the surfboard in tomorrow, I promise.
Yeah, I know it might have ended up in Norway, like, but I'm fucking sorry, all right? It's not my fault.
Yeah.
And he's like, you any good at computers? I'm like, well, I'm not Einstein, but, you know, I'm not thick.
Do they have surfboards with computers these days?
Electrics and water don't mix, mate.
No.
Like,
Especially saltwater.
Yeah.
so he's like, I'm like, yeah, I know my way around. You know, I'm not daft. He's like, oh, well, we need like a bit of help with a website. Do you want to sort of like come down for a job trial and, you know, see where you go? And I was like, yeah, I'll be down in an hour.
Yeah.
I thought, this is like an opportunity that I weren't expecting. Wasn't really in a position to be looking for work, but someone's just told me, like, yeah, just go for it. Just go see what crack is.
Yeah.
So I went down, and his son Bobby, who runs the shop, he explained like what we were doing, building a website over Christmas and stuff. I was like, mint. So, you know, he quickly gave me a sort of quick run through, and he's like, can you do this, this, and this? It's pretty straightforward stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sound. So this was on like a Wednesday or Thursday. Did that week. And he was like, oh, yeah, he was like, come back next week. And you can have like a proper week's trial sort of thing in the shop, see how you get on, and we'll go from there. This was sort of like November time. So I did that week and they took me on. I was like, man, I was buzzing. Because it was such a good atmosphere down there. And I was happy to sort of be back in work and just be given an opportunity.
Yeah.
It was like a sort of bit of a break what I needed. Like I just needed that sort of one opportunity.
I think sometimes you just need that spark to get you going again.
That's it. Because
into your life at the right time.
Yeah.
It did. Because obviously if you've been out of work for so long, especially with illness, it sort of employers sort of turn the nose up at you.
Yeah.
You know, so they can be a bit sort of funny about things, and you know, you haven't got references and things like that. So it was just like, yeah, I'm going to take this with both hands. I'm not going to look back. So that was.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're right. Go on, Gav.
I was going to say, like, touch wood. I've never been unemployed, but that's one of my biggest fears, I reckon. And I think a lot of people, the fear of being made redundant or losing your job or something is. How would you cope with?
Yeah.
All that pressure of like trying to pay your bills and everything.
It was horrible. It's like I got my own flat at like 16, and I was on like the old income support, which was like 75 quid a week.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to run a flat on at 16 years old on £150 a fortnight. You know, you got your gas, electric, TV license, food. Well, to be fair, I didn't pay a TV license because they couldn't prosecute me until I was 18.
Or pay for a black and white TV license but have a colour. My nan used to do that.
Did you think that this is the way it is? It's always going to be like this. I'm not.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
There's no way out.
When you get stuck in that rut and you think like, what's the way out of this? You know, like no one wants to employ me. I'm not very well, and you know, I can't really do much. And you know, because I studied mechanics at college and did an apprenticeship, and that's when I felt poorly. And I thought, well, I'm never going to be able to go back into that because of my illnesses.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit. You know, so I'd do sort of like 3 online courses at home and try and sort of keep myself busy, but you know, it was nothing sort of major. It weren't like a university.
It was stimulating as well, didn't you?
Yeah, just kept myself busy. Weirdly, even though I was like suffering from depression, I actually studied like mental health in children and things like that because I thought, well, even if I'm going to sort of give other people advice, you know, because I didn't want anybody sort of going down the same path that I was on. You know, because I know how it is and it's not good.
Yeah, I know. We've talked many times about them paths, haven't we, mate?
That's it, yeah.
It's probably your way of trying to deal with it as well, which was good, wasn't it? You're looking for a way out. You wanted a way out. You weren't happy with what you were doing. You wanted a way out, didn't you? So
no, yeah.
So
I was trying to help myself.
Yeah.
And give myself, because I thought, well, you know, if I do when I try and go back to work, at least I can say like, look, I ain't been at work, but I've done this, and this. You know, I've been studying. I've tried to keep myself as busy as I possibly can, and give yourself that best possible position and opportunity. So, like I said, I started at Dexter's in the winter. Did Christmas and all of that.
It's always one, isn't there?
No.
Fucking Gav. Oh, it's always Gav.
There's always one. That's always
It was a cough in the other episode.
It's always
Gav. Sorry, mate.
The man flu episode.
Carry on, Chris.
It's not like important about it.
No, it's fine. Sorry. I won't be invited back again.
Get him out.
We're filming on a different night.
And then did over the Christmas, and then by the Easter I'd been promoted to like assistant manager. So I was like buzzing. I was like, I'm actually benefiting myself and bettering myself and starting to feel like really good. Obviously, I still depression. I think depression is something that you can manage but never be cured. As weird as that sounds, I think once you've got it, it's almost like brain rot. It's always there and only takes, you can be right as rain for 10, 15, 20 years, but it only takes one small event just to set you back off. And I think anybody who's lucky enough to have not suffered from it, you should be thankful.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you are suffering from it, it's not the end of the world either.
Yeah.
So it was always, there in the back of my mind, and I did have like my moments and whatnot.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. I've had plenty, mate. So
yeah,
that's why it's nice, as like we say about with men and that, and relating to each other and stuff, and like you're clicking in, aren't you? And going, do you know what? Yeah, what I'm feeling now is perfectly fucking normal.
Yeah, it's just normal.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
The way I look at it is like everybody gets poorly.
Yeah.
Just because it's your brain and you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You can't see your tummy, you're still in the weird shits.
Yeah.
And
what might mean something like nothing much to us, to them it's a really big deal, you know what I mean? That's why it's all different for everyone, isn't it? It's like, we're like, oh, what's up with you? Put yourself together, man. But to them, it's fucking massive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can quite easily go, oh, fucking hell, what are you whinging about for? It's, crack on.
But I always believe in sliding door moments, and that was your sliding door moment. You could have, if you didn't pick up that phone, or you know what I mean, if you didn't decide to be brave enough and say, right, I'm just going to go and do them surf sessions, all the following events, you know what I mean, and sitting here now with us, I always believe when I lived up north, I was just on a nothing path, you know what I mean. I didn't know what I was going to do in my life. Got an opportunity to go and work away. I thought, but I think I learned a lot from that, because you'd rock up and at the hotel and you're sharing a room with a stranger that you've never met before. He's on your job, so yeah, that's not the hotel. But I think that brought the socialness out. I was always a social person, but you have to like introduce yourself, right? And working away just made us grow up a little bit, and like that's how I met my lass, and that's how I met yous, and you know what I mean. It's them little moments, and
just from that moment,
yeah.
And from picking up that phone, I was able to help other people as well. So
Yeah.
I was made assistant manager in the Easter, and then did the summer. So what will that have been? 2020, 2021, I think it was. And then in the September, I went up to the Lake District and did a 3-day course to become a qualified kayak and paddleboard instructor. And then the following December or January, I did 2 days in Saltburn and became a qualified surf instructor as well. So I sort of came like full hog from starting off on a lesson all the way around to being able to teach.
Are you a decent surfer as well now?
Oh, I'm a world beater, me, mate.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I've seen him at work.
Yeah.
I'm all right. Better than Graham.
Yeah.
He spends most of his time getting his face dragged on for.
Whoa.
I'm a lot better. I'm up in that now.
Yeah, he's all right. I've seen.
Stop.
Graham's not bad surfer, to be fair.
Well, that's how I met you as well, through the dad's surf sessions and stuff, wasn't it?
That's it. Yeah. So obviously with Graham's group, you guys would come down and I'd teach you guys, and then I set up like some free mental health wellbeing sessions as well through Nexters.
They were good.
Is that your idea?
That was my idea. Got the paper involved, and I had like loads of people messaging me. I'm like, I'm really depressed. I'm like, look, I don't need to see like any sort of medical history or anything like
diagnosis,
that. No, if you feel like if you think it'll benefit, just come on down, give it a go. Just give it a go, And the amount of people that did enjoy it, and it was good because like other people sort of got speaking and stuff, and I was able to relate to them. And so I weren't just sort of like a coach to people, like teaching them how to surf, but I'd sort of like be a bit of a mentor towards them as well.
It's as though the surfing's just like there, you know what I mean? The main issue was you talking, and that's what it was. That was the tool, wasn't it? The tool was there surfing, but the main aim was to get to know each other.
Yeah, it was just like you say, surfing was a good excuse for people to come together, and then once other people were there, and they're like, oh, I'm not like the only person who was feeling a bit shitty or whatever.
Yeah.
People would sort of be a bit more open about things, which is good.
Wonders.
Yeah, that's what the world needs, a bit more sort of openness.
Definitely.
But yeah, they say he had a good ride at Dexter's. I do like what they're doing down there because they're having some like sessions and all that as well, aren't they? And then they take on, say, Jaden's got a job there as well, and he's like diagnosed and stuff. And I think Dexter's come into the right time in his life and all, because obviously he was getting a bit of shit with police and all that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he was.
And like obviously Steve and Jeanette were saying like, well, if you want a job here, mate, you can't have police coming to your door at home and stuff. So I'll always thank him for that, because like it kind of sorted him out as well, because he's like, I want the money, I want the job.
Yeah.
But if I be a dickhead and keep having the police coming to my door and that, I'm going to lose my job. So they work wonders with Jaden, and he's still down there. He's enjoying it.
So he's been there 2 or 3 years now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I worked with him for 2 years, and
he's come on loads, hasn't he?
So you can see the maturity in him, like from when he first started to where he is now.
Yeah,
is like mature tenfold. Like he's all right. He's that Jaden.
He used to come in and moan like, I'm tired.
I've had to carry his surfboard again.
15 minutes is like, is it home time yet? I'm like, no, Jaden, mate, you've still got an hour.
Just shut up.
Have you been surfing yet?
No.
Oh,
Darren, man, you're missing out.
The important word was yet.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
You done the sauna, didn't you? That was good.
Yeah.
That's as close.
No
as
one
we got
enjoyed
to
it that watched me, but it was.
You enjoyed that though, didn't you? Because it was something you said you weren't going to do as well, and then I was like, "Come on, mate."
I don't go too far out in sea in case like a Greenpeace ship wrapped up.
You're all right, mate. It's fine. I would say there was just loads of dads out and just giving it like getting changed at South Bay just in the boxes and that, and it was a really good laugh, mate. As we know, the effects of water and stuff is.
Yeah.
Do you miss surfing now? Do you go as much now?
No, I don't get the chance to now. But I do miss it. I've still got that bug.
Yeah.
Even
we'll have to go. Like I said.
That's it. Yeah. Even though it's
down.
like freezing cold now,
Yeah.
I'm not. I used to love it when it was cold because like it sort of motivates you to keep going. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like when it's summer, you can just sort of sit there and just think, oh, I'm just enjoying the weather and not really do much and just be sort of happy floating about. But I prefer to sort of keep moving, and
Yeah.
I always feel like, because I don't go to the gym or anything, but like, so like surfing was my thing.
Yeah.
And like afterwards, I'd always be like proper buzzing about it. Even whether I was in for half an hour,
Yeah.
you know, or 3 or 4 hours, I'd always think like that was mint.
Even when I didn't catch a wave, I still went and just been wiped out like 15 times, like big waves on top of me. I still loved it.
Yeah.
Even if
I
I
think
didn't
it's
catch a
that
wave.
stepping out of your comfort zone sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Living life a bit risky.
It's that feeling of not knowing
Yeah.
if you're coming back up when they keep
Yeah,
dumping on you,
fair.
mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you start to wonder like what's going on here, whether I'm upside down or not.
Yeah. It's like, oh, where's my board?
But that redo thing that we did,
Yeah, that was good.
that was good. Obviously, going from the hot to the cold, like the cold
Yeah.
water shock, it just does something to your body. It sort of releases endorphins or whatever, which is like what the North Sea does.
Yeah.
So yeah, like cold water is sort of really beneficial to, especially for the mind. It's really good.
And now you're working. Where are you working now? You're at.
Work for the council now on refuse. Hey, we're not that bad. Someone's got to empty your bins.
No, you're really enjoying yourself as well, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a good laugher. It's a good laugh. I'm enjoying things.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, hopefully I'll stay there for the rest of my life, but I don't, because of how things have been in the past, I don't really make plans for the future.
Yeah.
Because I think like if you make plans and it don't go your way, then you're going to be disappointed, and that
yourself
can
even
sort of
more.
set you off.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Small milestones.
I just think whatever's going to be is going to be, and that's the way life is really. I don't think right, this is what I want, and this is, you know, I've got like goals and aspirations and things like that, but I don't think like, right, I'm definitely going to do this, because then if I don't, I'm going to be like, oh, fucking gutted, and you know,
You beat
I
yourself
don't,
even more.
yeah, and I don't want to put myself in that position. So I always just try and stay open minded, quite humble, and whatever happened, whatever it will be. We haven't really. Nobody's got control of anything in life like that, have they? Do you know what I mean? You never know what's around the corner, so you just got to take each day as it comes.
Yeah.
No, spot on.
I like Chris's story. I was
Yeah, we've always got on really well when we've had little get-togethers and that.
A
So
few beers and that, haven't we, Gav? So it normally
the
is.
rest is history.
Me
was
and you always
brilliant,
get
that.
blamed for beers.
I know, yeah, it's just bad influences, Gav, you know, once he gets going, you know.
Yeah.
Some Geordies,
It's a
isn't it? You know,
Geordie,
they're
it
like,
is,
that's
yeah.
what it
Culture
is.
Geordies, mate. Oh, dear. Yeah, like I say, I wanted you to come on because of that. I thought he's got a brilliant story to tell. It's just real life stuff, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like men's mental health, the depression, feeling shit.
But I think from what I've experienced from these podcasts is, I thought I knew you. I thought I knew you. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
now we've been a bit more raw and open. There's stuff I didn't know about you.
Yeah,
And that's what this is all about.
I
isn't
thought
it?
if I'm doing a podcast and stuff, I thought, well, people need to know because like often I just keep it in. and like it's one of the worst things, isn't it? And if anybody asked me, like, 'cause when I used to go for a job, like I said about my DBS, and it used to be like 3 pages long, it was always like a running joke. It's like Karen's has always been clean, but like I'd go for a DBS, and like obviously, you know, when you get your copy that comes through the door, Karen's like floats like that.
Yours was like
Mine
yellow
used to go
pages.
just fall down there. It's like 4 pages long.
Yours
And I'm
just
like,
knocked the dog out.
yeah,
Yeah, come in through a letterbox, don't you?
yeah. So luckily, I'd say mine's like clean now. It's all right. It's just when I was a proper knob and went the other way, but it's valuable life
I was
experiences.
about to say it's all life experiences. We've probably all done things that we're not proud of.
Yeah. And just at that time, that's the way I was and how I was feeling. Like Neil said, like he said in the previous one, that's the way he was at that time, and he didn't give a shit how he was going. But I'm well impressed with that.
So you just got to learn from your mistakes, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know, if it means growing up a
Life
little bit
lessons,
or
isn't it?
changing habits or whatever, then so be it.
Yeah.
You know, nobody should be on a bad path permanently.
No,
I
definitely.
heard somewhere where it's like, if you want something better in your life, you're going to get tested. You can't just have it on a plate. You know what I mean? You get tested. If you think,
Yeah.
I want to be more organised, you get stuff thrown at you to make you more organised. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't just become organised. You get loads of challenges that helps improve you.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not religious or anything like that, but there's been days where, you know, things have happened or whatever, and I've just thought like, fucking hell, is anything like what else?
Yeah.
Do you know, like anything else? Like, well, fucking you might as well bring it on now. Let's go.
What you put out there, you receive, don't you?
Yeah.
If you think, oh, I'm having a bad day, I'm this and that, it brings more of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's
It's like singing it.
Yeah.
Right then.
Sound.
As we always
Very
say.
zen tonight.
Yeah,
He's in the zone, isn't he? Yeah. So
I'm going meditating. So
we're checking on our mates then.
Yeah.
Check in once, check in twice, 3 times. Always ask them. Always check in. Just that message.
Yeah.
Saying like, how are you, mate? You're free for a coffee, a catch up or whatever. Especially like I say now, more so winter season's kicking in. It's looking shit out there, and I hate it. I can't wait for it to go.
and remember them sliding door moments, isn't it? That one message might just change the day,
you never
change
know,
the mood for the day.
So you never know what people are going through, do you?
Yeah, that one
No.
message might just perk them up for the day.
So there we go then. Thank you very much. Episode 9 done. See you later.
See you next time.
Thank you. Cheers.